Okay? If he's that bad defensively, we got to replace him. All right? So, but if you get out of the rim, you score. Otherwise, you're getting in here. When he cuts you off, you bounce off to this spot. Everybody a circle move. Now, if you pass to somebody, they can shoot it because that was a bounce off. Okay? You can also get here and you can re-attack and score. Okay? But if the shot doesn't come directly from a bounce off, you're not allowed to shoot it. Is that easy enough? Yeah, defense, you're just playing live. If you take the ball from them, or they miss and you get the rebound, then you get to go on offense. All right, ready? Here we go. 3-on-3 bounce off. Cut. I got to the paint. All right, hold up. Now I would say, okay, pass and cut needs a little bit of work, so we might go back. But remember, when you pass to somebody, you have to cut to the basket. All right, then fill out. We'll give the ball to Orange now. Orange on offense. Bounce off, good. Pass, cut. There you go. Bounce off, all right. Okay, not bad, hold on. What are we working on here? Raise your hand. What are we working on? Circle movement, what else? What part of defense? Closeouts have happened on the passes, yep. Oh, guarding the ball. Because they have to score on a bounce off, they're bouncing out, they're driving like crazy. So now we're working on our protected paint defense. Okay? There's always pass and cut in there, and you'll notice that's where they broke down. They would pass and stand or pass and go away. That's where I know, okay, we gotta go back to layer one. Okay? Any questions on any of that? Because I want to talk a little bit about the headhunter and the fast break as I go back. Good so far? I know there's a Q&A tonight. Okay. So real quick, give me those 5 guys in the fast break again. I just want to walk through something in the last 2 minutes here. You can, yeah, it doesn't matter what color you're wearing. All right, so we're going to change now. We're going to say we've got a team that plays very well off ball screens or off screens in general. And I've got a big guy who's just a mean screener. Okay? This guy loves to just lay the wood on people. So that you're the tough guy now. Okay? What's your name? Tippo? Okay, you're the tough guy. All right. So what you're going to do, instead of running to the rim, what we're looking for you to do is we're looking for you to run down into this area opposite the ball. Okay. Get down here. I'm running out of time. You want to come into this area right here. Okay. And as the ball comes across half court, you're going to read. All right. Now there's going to be nothing to read here because there's no defense. But what you're normally looking to read is the least organized defender. So a defender that can't see you, a defender that's still trying to run and get back or get caught up to the ball, and maybe a ball screen. Anytime the ball defender is picking up above this line, you can ball screen. Okay? And transition ball screens are devastating if you do them right. Because everybody's sprinting back, they don't get to play their ball screen defense. This is a great time to look for a ball screen. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to that area, and you're just going to pick someone to screen for. And you're going to either use a ball screen, okay? And when the ball screen happens, what do? What does everybody else do? It's a drive. Spot up after you circle move. Okay? So when ball screen happens in transition, everybody needs a circle move. Okay? Let's just do a ball screen this time. I'll just tell you what to do since there's no defense. Okay? So you're going to go down there. As soon as he comes across half court, you're going to cut over. We're going to transition ball screen. He's going to be going left off the ball screen. So you're all going to circle left. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's try it. Shot. Position ball screen, circle left, good, attack. All right, we need to work on the roll. Just make sure you roll after you set that ball screen. Okay, we've got somebody filling that spot, so roll to the basket. All right, let's do it one more time. Same thing with the ball screen. This is our headhunter option when we decide that we've got a team that plays well off screens. Okay, move around. Shot. Ball screen, circle left. Great way to get into the offense. Okay, I would bench you for that pass. Just kidding. I would, but I'm not going to bench you now. All right, so what you can see is how we kind of build this thing up as we teach it. We're running up and down the floor. The players are enjoying it because they have a ball in their hands, getting conditioning in. That 7 trips is tough. What we'll eventually do is add a defense, so every trip will add 1 defender. And we'll start to work with going against multiple defenders, and then it becomes a read. Okay? I would say this: if you're trying to decide between the rim runner or the headhunter, instead of being able to do both. The headhunter is for when you've got a really good big that runs the floor fairly well. I'm sorry, the rim runner is if you've got a guy that runs the floor pretty well. The headhunter is if you've got a big piece of beef that likes to go and set screens, okay, and can play off of that, and your team can set. Because what we didn't get to was, after that ball screen option, the other option is that headhunter can just say, okay, who's the least organized defender? I'm going to go screen him, and then we're curling to the middle off of that person. It creates a ton of space. It sets a transition screen, which any screen in transition is usually good, because the defense is still getting organized. And it gives a defined role to my man number 8 here. Tippo? Terrible. I'm sorry. It gives him a defined role that when he knows if he gets his butt down the floor, 50% of the screens he sets, he's going to end up being the one being open. Okay? So we really like to play in transition with that headhunter because it opens the floor up and allows us to play off screens. The rim runner, if you have a really fast big guy, or if you're small, you just have 5 midgets on the floor, if you're going to go 5 out, I would run with the rim runner because you're probably going to beat the big kid from the other team down the floor a lot. Any questions before I close up here? Okay. I have what my wife calls a basketball sickness. And she says it lovingly, I think. But what I mean by that is I'll get on a treadmill, not that it looks like it, but I'll get on a treadmill and for an hour, and I'll try to decide if we can beat a team by following them every possession and seeing if they can make enough free throws to beat our field goals, if they're that much better than us. I'll create a drill based on a storm that hit our house. And my wife really hated that one, a microburst storm. I created a drill after it. I'm constantly thinking about basketball. I know how lucky I am to get to work for Better Basketball every single day, to get to coach a high school basketball team. I mean, basketball is my job. Most of you don't get to say that, I understand that. So I have the reason I tell you that is I have a serious passion for helping coaches. And so if I can ever be of any assistance to you, if there's anything I could. Those of you that were upstairs with me, we're going to talk about how we start to build our offense. And the read and react offense is what we use. And this is what we will do with our 5th graders all the way up through our 12th graders. So these 5th graders are like 10 years old. So 10 years old through 18 years old, we're doing the same thing here, okay? And I had to ask Rick if he was okay with me saying this, but we've run the read and react now for 6 years, 5 or 6, I guess it's 6 years. And what we found is we want to run. The primary thing we want to do is we want to get the ball up the court. I would rather get a basket before we even run the read and react every single time down the floor. That would be okay with me. So we look at full court trips instead of being a layer 16 or 17 thing. We look at this and flow as kind of layer 0. So before we can even put in layer 1, we need to know how to get down the floor. We need to know how to sprint the floor. We need to know how we're going to get organized once we get down the floor. And then most importantly, and I know I said this upstairs, the teams in our league all tell us the same thing. They say that what you do best as a program is that you run down the floor and then you're in your offense before we even know what hit us. Okay? So in order to do that, you have to work on it every day. And we do it through this full court trips. Very early in every one of our practices, we're doing this. We're keeping score. We're running different layers. We'll get to a point where we added defense to what I'm going to show you here, but we won't get there today. Okay, I'll talk a little bit at the end about how we do this. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach our fast break just like I would teach it to our 5th graders, and then we're going to run it, and then we're going to build in each layer. Now, by doing this, you get kind of a seamless transition from your primary break into the read and react. Okay? If you do this every day, your players will just flow automatically into it. So for me to say, teach layer 1 first, then layer 2, then layer 3, then layer 4, that doesn't work for us. And Rick and I have actually talked about kind of a reorganization of how to teach this. I think we were talking to some coaches at dinner last night about getting in layer 1, 4, and 7 first to get ready for your first game. So there's some changes happening. The beauty of the read and react, in my opinion, are a lot of things, but the 2 primary ones are this. Coaches who just take the read and react and run it exactly like it looks on the video, teach it 1 layer at a time, wait for players to get that layer and then move on to the next one. There's nothing wrong with that. That will work. But the great thing about the read and react is you can make it your own. You can take the read and react and say, you know what, with my coaching style, with the way I like to do things, with the way we like to run, this is how we're going to use it. Okay? It's really not an offense. The read and react offense. I know it is our branding and marketing, and I shouldn't be saying this as someone who works on the business side of things, but it's a system of teaching good offense. And so you just take it, and I see this all the time. The first year you coach the read and react, you're kind of one page ahead of the kids. You're in a situation where I'm just ahead of, I'm teaching this today, and I need to learn what I'm teaching tomorrow. After your first year, once you really get a grasp of it, you get a feel for it, your mind just explodes with ideas. All of a sudden, all these creative ideas and different ways to use it come in. I mean, you'll be sleeping at night and you'll wake up and say, ooh, a dribble act to a basket cut to a back screen into a pull screen. That'd be a great way to start our offense. You'll have all these ideas on how to use this. In order to do that, you have to put in the foundation. And for us, the foundation is get the ball up the floor. If you get a great shot, take it. If not, we're in the offense. And so this is how we'll take it. Give me someone who can inbound the basketball. All right, this is our inbounder. Now, we've gone away with positions. Truly positionless basketball. So we don't use 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We don't use point guard, shooting guard, small forward. We don't use any of that stuff. We simply use the names of the fast break spots. That's how we tell. If I put a kid in, I say, hey, you go in and you be the inbounder. You go in and you're the outlet. Okay, so these are the only names we use for positions. And what it did was, 3 years ago, we had a senior who was going to play. We were still using numbers. We needed him to be the inbounder. He's a kid who's extremely athletic. He actually walked on at Arizona State this past season. He is our 4, because we have our 4 inbound. Well, he's only 6'2". So as soon as he heard the number 4, he's like, Coach, I can't be a power forward. I'll be outmatched every time I play. And I said, listen, Corbin, you're not a power forward. You're just inbounding the ball. That's all it means. So we scrapped the numbers, we scrapped the positions, and we said, all right, we're just going to call these players by their fast break positions. So we have an inbounder. I need an outlet. Who wants to bring the ball up the floor? My man right here, number 6. Our outlet is going to come free throw line extended, back to the sideline. Okay, right about here. Arc, free throw line extended, back to the sideline. That's ideal. That's the ideal spot to get it. I need a right lane. So someone wants to run down the floor and shoot threes or dunk. Man, all right? And then I need a left lane. So you two are going to be my right lane and left lane. And then I need who's a big post player. You guys got one? Bruiser? Screener? All right, you're my man. Okay, so you're going to be now. What we do with this is this person, depending on our personnel, is either going to be a rim runner or a headhunter. This is a flex position. So either his job is going to be to run straight to the rim and try to get a ball for a dunk, or he's going to run up the floor and look to headhunt instead of screen. Okay, I'm going to show the rim runner one for right now because that's the more simple one, and I'll talk at the end about the headhunter option. So, I got my inbounder, I have my outlet, I have my right lane and left lane. What do you think you do as a left lane? Yes. You're going to run the sideline to the corner. Okay, they're just down the left lane on the floor. Right lane, you're going to run down the right lane to the corner. Okay? Big man, you're going to be the rim runner. You're just going to run straight to that rim, put your head underneath the rim, look for a dunk. Okay? Your job is to get the ball out of the basket as fast as you can. Step out of bounds, get it to the outlet. Your job is to catch the ball as far up the floor as is safe. So if there's a defender hanging out right here, you need to move towards the ball. Okay? It's 5 on 0, so there'll be no defender, so you should be fine right there. Okay? All right, everybody in the middle. Come on in. All right, I'll take the basketball. All right, so what I want you to do is I'm going to throw the ball up. That means it went in. You're just going to throw it to the bottom of the net. You're going to inbound. You're going to get to the outlet spot. My right and left lane are going to take off, and you're going to just go to the corner and stay put. Okay? You're going to run to the rim, and then you're going to pick a side and post up. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, here's the key. When you do this, you need to sprint with your head down until you get to half court. Once you get to half court, you can look over your shoulder and see if the ball's coming. Make sense? Good so far? Okay. As you're sprinting and turning and looking for the ball, you need to stay wide. You guys need to stay wide. You need to go straight to the rim. You want to get the ball in, pass the ball to the outlet. You want to push up the floor towards the right elbow. Okay, that's what your angle is. You're going to run in towards the left elbow, trailing the ball. Okay, that's it. We're looking for all kinds of space here. Okay, to make this simple, on this first one, I want you to pass to the right lane for a three. Sound fun? I saw you shooting threes earlier. You did the 6-minute drill. You're fine, right? All right, no pressure. Okay. if you miss, Rick says this all the time, if you miss, everybody that's taking a camera, they'll just cut it right before the ball misses, so you're not going to look bad, okay? Nobody's going to remember that you missed. Right, you ready? All right, so I'm going to have you guys move around in here, then I'm going to shoot the ball and you're going to run. Now, last thing, for my right lane and my left lane, I want you to get wide early. So I don't want you to run at an angle to the sideline. I want you to get outside this block here and then go up the lane, okay? Being wide is extremely important. All right, ready? All right, move around a little, move around a little, move around a little. Shot. That's all right, you'll make the next one. Okay, that was pretty good. I don't know if you guys aren't loose or just are slow, but I think you can run faster down the court. A little cold, okay, well, get loose. Guys on the bench, make sure you're loose when you come in, okay? All right, we'll warm you up with full court trips, that's no problem. I would say leave the ball alone. Okay, I think you touched the ball as it came through the net. You want to get away as fast as possible. You said, I got it. Get that thing out of the net and go. Okay? Don't let him. If you mess with the ball again, then I got to put you on the bench, so don't mess with the ball. Okay, that's not your job. Just do your job. Okay? Ball goes through the net, you get your butt down the floor. All right, here we go. Move around. Shot. That's better. Now look a little more like a fast break. Money. I knew it. I told you you were going to make the next one. Okay. So we start there. We just get the basics of where you need to run, how fast you need to run, how you're going to do it, and we just get it going. Okay? We're going to go another couple times here just to get a feel for it. Look at a couple different options. This time I want you to pass to the left lane. I want you to drive it. Can you dunk? Try. Okay? Here we go. It just looks cool in the clinic. Move around. Shot. Okay? One last time here. You're going to get in the middle here. All right, I'm going to pass the ball through. I want us to look over the top right away to the rim runner. So as soon as you catch, you might take one dribble, or you might just send it. He's throwing over the top to you. You're going to catch it, and you're going to dunk it. Okay? Don't get hurt. Here we go. Move around. Shot. Oh, that's all right. That's a good effort. Okay. So we get this in, and this doesn't take long. I mean, this is pretty simple stuff, right? This isn't, we're not reinventing the wheel here. This is just get wide, create space, get the ball up the floor, know what your options are. Now, once they have this, and I'm not by any means saying they're perfect at this, but they know it enough. Now we start moving into our layers. So we want to teach layer one. Okay, so I'll take this team and I'll say, you guys all know layer one? Say no if you don't, or yes. Layer one, pass and cut. You guys run, read, and react? Okay, so we're just going to do layer one, pass and cut. So, go to your fast break spots, where you finish. You're right under the rim, post it up someplace. You've got the basketball here, top of the right elbow. You're up top of the left elbow. Okay? So when we go down there now, we're not going to do an early offense thing. We're just going to pass, cut, pass, cut, pass, cut. You're just going to pass and cut. Okay? What I want to see happen is, we're going to go 5 out here. So you're going to elevate, you're going to pop to the corner. Alright, and then you're just going to pass and cut for 5 passes and then for a layup. That make sense? You want to practice it on this side or just go into it? You guys good? Alright, let's go right from here. So now we're doing our fast break into layer one. I don't want to see any pause, any stop. I just want to see you run to your spot, elevate, you pop out, and we're in it. Okay, here we go. We're looking for 5 passes and then a layup on a pass and cut. Shot. Elevate, good, pass, cut. Pass, cut, good. These guys got this already. Pass, cut. All right, looking for a layup. There we go. There we go. Cool in the clinic. I love it. All right. So there's layer one. You will be surprised at how quickly you can teach this offense by letting kids run up and down the floor and then get into it. They love this. Okay? That wasn't difficult. Now, with a bunch of 5th graders that haven't run this before, I'm going to take more time showing them what pass and cut means. Okay? But pass and cut is just get down the floor, get spacing, pass and cut for a layup. Okay? That's our first trip. Now our second trip is going to be layer 2, post pass and cut. So now, go ahead and get to your fast break spots. You'll stay in the post this time. Okay? We're going to come down here, and we're going to post pass and cut. So you're going to elevate still. We're 4 out, 1 in. Okay? You can elevate. You're going to pass. Either side, doesn't matter. Pass, cut, okay, just like we would in the game. You can either come out, set a screen here, and then shape to the ball, or you can stay put till it comes back to your side. But as soon as we can feed the post, we Laker cut for a layup. Okay? Now, I want to try to do both of these together. So we're going to go down, and we're going to do pass and cut first, and then we're going to come back and do post pass and cut. Does that make sense? You want to do just one at a time, or are we good with that? You guys are pretty good, I think. We'll go down and we'll just do pass and cut 5 out, and then you'll come back. You'll take it out of the net, you'll come back, and it'll go post pass and cut. Okay? Here we go. Move around. 5 for the pass and cut. Shot. Okay, fast break. Nothing there. Pass and cut, 5 out. Player 1. Pass, cut, good. Look for the ball all the way to the rim. All right, now take the ball out and run, sprint. Push. Okay, now we're 4-out-1 in, stay inside. There it is, Laker cut. Dunk that. All right. So right now we've got layers 1 and 2 in, and our fast break in a matter of 10 minutes. Again, with 5th graders, you gotta wait until they get it down, but then you move on. These guys have it down, so I can move. We're gonna now go to dribble at. All right, so now you guys are gonna do the same thing you just did. You're gonna run down the floor. You get it loose now. All right, you're gonna run down the floor. You're gonna do pass and cut. You're gonna come back here. You're gonna do post pass and cut, layer 2, and then you're gonna go back down that way. And I want you to just dribble at somebody for a layup. Very simple. Okay, layer 3, dribble at. We good? You guys are looking a little hesitant. You want me to break it down? Okay. Yeah, this means you dribble at somebody, he goes back door, you throw it to him for a layup. Yep. All right. How much rate interactive do you guys run? Run the offense? Just to get familiar with it. You're doing great. I'm really impressed. All right. Ready? Move around. Here we go. Oh, don't run into that. Okay, take it out. Push the ball off the floor, we're looking for post pass and cut. Yeah, pass that side, go ahead and wait. There you go, good. Screen, post, cut, Laker cut, a little bit wider. It's okay. Take it out, now we're looking for a dribble at. Just pick somebody, dribble at him, give it to him for the layup. Alright. Most times that's going to be a bounce pass. Most likely if he's going backdoor, but that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So what else are we doing right now as we're teaching the offense? Conditioning, yeah. You guys tired? Yeah, you don't look tired. You're getting to play basketball, right? Would you rather we line up and do some line drills instead? No. We got a basketball in our hands, we're moving up and down the floor, and we're teaching the offense. Okay? We've now done layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3. The speed at which you do this, I have 30 minutes. The speed at which you do this depends on your players' understanding of the offense. These guys are pretty good, they get it. So we're going to do one more here before we show the whole thing. That's going to be layer 4. So what I want you to do now is exactly what you just did. Okay, make a bounce pass on that, that layer 3 one, the dribble at. Okay, then you're going to go down to that end, or come back down this end and finish. And I want you to do a circle movement, so somebody's going to drive to the basket. Now, how I want this to look is get to your fast break spots. I want you to push the ball all the way to here. Okay, get to the elbow, kind of bounce off, and get everybody rotated. So everybody's going to circle move to the right. All right. After the bounce off, I want you to attack the rim. Everybody circle again. Okay, whichever way he goes. You guys familiar with circle movement? Yeah, I think Rick got circle movement from Belgium, so you should be good. Yeah. Well, you can either take it all the way to the rim or kick to somebody for a shot. Okay. So if you got a good shooter out here, throw it to him. All right. You good? Layer 1, pass and cut. Layer 2, post pass and cut. Layer 3, dribble at. Layer 4 is going to be circle movement. You're going to bounce off to start the circle movement and then attack. You ready? All right, move around. Shot. Good, get down the floor. Remember, don't look until you get to half court. We want you wide and we want you sprinting. Wide and fast. Laker cut. Ooh, behind the back flare. All right. We're going to work on it in practice. Good. Go down now, let's see some circle movement. Get to that spot, get wide faster. Bounce, circle, good. Drive, circle. All right. One finish. Always finish. How about a round of applause? That's pretty good. First time doing it. So at this point with this team, I would stop and I would work on circle movement. Because I thought the first 3 layers were pretty good, but diagnostically circle movement, layer 4, needed a little bit of work. So we would at this point now say, okay, let's go over layer 4 again. And we would start our bounce off series. Okay?